next I'm going to talk about my handlebar steering setup, from my stem to my spacers and the handlebars I got. Just on the headset, as I said already on a different video, that the headset I decided to let Fairlight install them. It's the hub bearings, external at the bottom, internal at the top. This allows for bigger bearings in the bottom. Say the bottom bearings take more of the brunt of the forces, so that's why it's good to have a larger bearing at the bottom. It's great for a more stable bike. Next, for my stem and spacers. Now, kind of cheated here a little bit. I knew I needed an 80mm stem. I got that recommendation from the Fairlight website. However, the stem and even the spacers, to me, they're not a mechanical part. They're kind of set and forget. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. I didn't want to buy crap either. So I went onto a website called Aliexpress, done a bit of an experiment, and decided to get a carbon stem from Aliexpress. I'll let you know how it goes. Some people say it's a bit risky getting cheap carbon. I have looked at the reviews of this supplier, and the suppliers in business for years has great reviews, and even the part has great reviews as well. So it was a risk worth taking. I think it was only $15 for the carbon stem. Also, from the same guy, I got carbon spacers. Again, I'm going to spend a lot of money on spacers. So here you got a bit bling actually. Where did I see them? You want to see? So, may not need to use them all. Maybe I will. We'll see. It looks really nice. 6-degree angle on it, so it's not too harsh. I'll probably run it negative with a high stem or a high spacer. And so I'm not going to cut the fork too low. I'll probably start off high, then I can cut the fork if I need to cut it more. You can't add any on, you can always take more off. So, seems solid. So that's my stem. That's it, no brand. 6-degree negative, I'm going to go first. And yeah, looks quite good. Let's see. Next up is my handlebars. Of course, this is something else along with my saddle that I really want to get right. I want the same brand as my Zipp post. The Zipp Service Course, and it's an aluminium version. You can get different types of aluminium, which is a wee bit later, but it wasn't worth the money, not for me anyway. I wouldn't have really got the advantage out of it. So it's the Service Course 70 xplr or Explorer. The thing I love about this, it's got a widened tapered section, so you can clamp on more stuff like error bars, torches, GPS, anything you want. It's got it tapers down onto a flat section here, so it widens out the pressure on your hands. This area, it's got a back sweep. So again, if you look at straight on here, you can see that it goes down here. This back sweep gives a more natural position for my hands when I'm on the tops. The width is the proper width for me on my shoulders. It's got a flare out, which allows the hoods to sit in properly. Again, this gives a more natural position for my hand whenever I'm in the hoods. Now you can go extreme with this. I've seen some people with massive flares. It's probably up to personal preference. I find that's too much for me. This here just keeps it right. And then it's got, that's your flare. And if you look at this way, it's got your head sweep. This gives you just a wider area to hold your hands. If you're on rough terrain, it gives you more stability because your hands are wider. You're able to hold the steering wheel more solid because of it. If you're running DA2, it's got holes here for your electronics. So it's just a really good handlebar. Oh, and I should also say that it's only got a 115 drop from here to the drop, from the tops of the drops. For me, this is nice and compact. My last bike I think was 130. I found I just wouldn't put into it as often because it's probably really, if it was in a headwind, I'd drop in it and try to stay out of the wind. But otherwise, I never really used them. I think with a smaller drop, I might use them more. The shape as well is quite nice. I think it'll be very comfortable. Looking forward to that. Next up for handlebars is my bar tape. Now, there's different types of tape you can go for. You can go for leather, foam, and gel. But this here, it's Lizard Skins 3.2 wide Duro soft polymer. So you can feel it. And the thing on the outside there, it's quite grippy actually, and quite thick. I think it would be comfortable. But as I say, I only got one. I normally double wrap my bars for extra comfort. I got one of this colour because it's got orange here on the bike, so it may go with it. It might be too loud. If it's too loud, I'll leave this on the bars and just double wrap it with something more this colour. That's the plan anyway. So the bars come with your caps inside it. You just pop them in, and you actually, there's a wee bolt there. When you turn, it'll expand out the inside of the caps. Yeah, because it can be very annoying with caps going missing sometimes. Looking forward to getting that on and see what that looks like. Obviously one of the last things to do. In relation to the bar and caps, say to give a mirror a go. I never had a mirror on my bike before. Hopefully it doesn't scare me more than rather than help me. Yes, this here goes into my bar end. And in here, so just give me a little bit of visibility of what's going on behind me. Cars, but also for all the bikes coming up behind my head, I'm cycling along, and next thing a bike just zooms by, it scares the heebie-jeebies out of me. So, just a bit of see how tired I look. That's another thing from Aliexpress. It's very cheap. I can't remember now, but it was like $2 or something.